These are 3 hard-earned jewels that'll save you blood, sweat, and tears. We have to learn them the long way. You don't have to.
1, 2.
It's 3 the hard way.
To a certain extent, it is objective. There's subjectivity to it in that one person might be able to wear something this way, but then someone else tries to wear it and it doesn't quite land. So, or the audience can say this is great, the other one might be like, no, it's not. Or even the time, right? Like, so music that was really good in the 1940s and 50s didn't resonate in the 60s and 70s, right? So it's subjective in that sense, but that music that didn't resonate wasn't because it was poor music. It was just the style of music wasn't what everybody was into at the time. Objectively though, it still hit the right notes. It still had the proper tempo and was played really well. So it's just times and trends kind of change, but ultimately, like, you'll still hear songs that came out in the 40s and 50s that people even now will still sing and enjoy. It probably wasn't as many as there were back then, but there are songs that are timeless that everybody still enjoys. I think the former is definitely the most fulfilling, like when you can do things from your perspective and solve the problem, and like when I can reflect my personal taste. Yeah, I think that one's the best. But even more than that is when the client comes into the situation and I give them what they're asking for, and I also show them like what my taste is and what I'm capable of doing, and they decide to pivot to what I'm doing for them. That's the sweet spot. That's the best right there. And then the trust is built, and now we're able to build off of each other. So it's no longer they're questioning whether or not I'm capable of. Instead, they're trying to work with me, and because they see that the benefit that I'm bringing to the table is ultimately going to help the business. So that's the best, when you can show a client that the direction that I want to take them in is the best, not just for me, but for their business as a whole. Yes, there's tons of them. There's tons of them. And there's some good ones that have no taste. They tend to just replicate what they're seeing from people who do have taste because they're solving a problem. They're solving problems that have already been solved. So that's fine. Like, we know, like, you know, you need a certain contrast ratio to put this element on the background. So you designed it that way every single time and it works. You have your set color palette that you go to, and that's fine. And it works for what it needs to be. But it's that they can't solve the big problems, right? If there was ever an initiative where there was a need to like build everything from scratch and you can't use the same tools that you've been, or the same aesthetic that you've been leaning on this whole time, might be a problem.